Hey guys, back again for some more DVD reviews here on YouTube. DVD I'm going to take a look at today is one of my all-time favorite DVDs that the WWE has put out, and that is the Bret Hart, The Best There Is, The Best There Was, and The Best There Ever Will Be 3-disc collector's edition. And, how fitting is it that we're heading into WrestleMania here in about 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks, and I think one of the guys you got to talk about when you're talking about WrestleMania is Bret Hart. Of course, WrestleMania 12, the Great Iron Man match, WrestleMania 13, the Great Submission match. You go back to WrestleMania 10, and a great match with him and his brother Owen, and then another match where he won the WWF Championship from Yokozuna that year. So when you're talking about WrestleMania and great WrestleMania moments, you gotta be talking about, or at least one of the people you have to be talking about is Bret the Hitman Hart. I am a huge fan of Bret the Hitman Hart, have been for many, many years, and when they put this out, I was so excited to get a hold of this. And while I had a lot of the stuff that was included on this disc already on other tapes, it's nice to get this all in one place, in one collection where you can, you don't have to put in a bunch of different tapes if you want to watch all these matches. You can grab this DVD set and you can take it with you, and you have all the great matches right here in one place. So that's really nice to have. When we open up and we take a look at what you get in this DVD, you get a very extensive and a very good, in my opinion, documentary covering Bret Hart's career. You get a bunch of interview moments that are kind of little extra interviews that they kind of threw in, where he talks about everything from the death of his brother Dean to learning the sharpshooter to why he wore sunglasses to the ring. When we really get into the meat and potatoes of the disc is when we get into the extras, and I think that's everybody's favorite parts of the disc, is when we get into the extras and we start talking about what matches got included when we're going to talk about Bret Hart. So let's go over those. We get WWE Intercontinental Championship match from SummerSlam 92, Bret Hart and British Bulldog. Fantastic match. If you haven't seen it, I would run as quick as I can and take a look at it, because it's a fantastic match. Bret Hart and Bam Bam Bigelow from Barcelona, Spain. Another really good match where Bret Hart was somebody who could really get in there with be it a little guy, a big guy, a medium-sized guy, and really have a great match with anybody. And there's a perfect example of him having a really good match with a big guy and Bam Bam Bigelow. King of the Ring 93 semifinal match, Bret Hart and Mr. Perfect. Great match there. They always had fantastic matches, so anytime you see Bret Hart Perfect's name side by side with a VS in the middle, you knew you were going to get a real treat. WrestleMania 10, the match I mentioned a minute ago with Bret and Owen. Get that here. A rare match from Boston Garden with Bret Hart and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. We get a match from Odessa, Texas with Bret Hart and Ted DiBiase. A match with the Hart Foundation, Jim Neidhart, Bret the Hitman Hart going against the Rockers, Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty. We also get another match with the Hart Foundation going against the Nasty Boys from WrestleMania 7. And then another Bret Hart Mr. Perfect match, as they also did battle at the 1991 SummerSlam, and Bret Hart won his very first singles title with the Intercontinental title. We get a match with Bret and Owen from White Plains, New York from September of 1994. A really, really good match that not everybody seems to forget, but it was a really good match with Bret Hart and Hakushi from the very first In Your House. And I just realized I forgot two matches over here at the beginning. Right down here. Bret Hart and the Hart Foundation with Jim Neidhart taking on the British Bulldogs, and also the Hart Foundation taking on the Killer Bees, Jumpin' Jim Brunzell and B. Brian Blair. We'll jump back over to where we were here. Bret Hart and the British Bulldog from In Your House number 5, December of 1995, WWE Championship match. Bret bleeds a good bit in that match. Very good match. Bret Hart and Stone Cold Steve Austin, WrestleMania 13, another match I mentioned earlier. It's just a fantastic match. And all these matches are just fantastic matches, and it's so nice to see them compiled in one place. I can't tell you how great it is to have this disc, this set, as a part of my collection. One night only, Bret Hart and The Undertaker, one of Undertaker's best matches in my opinion. And of course Bret Hart and Chris Benoit, the Owen Hart tribute match from WCW Monday Nitro. That's this disc, and guys, I couldn't give higher recommendations to this disc. If you don't know who Bret Hart is, if you're new to wrestling and you want to check this guy out, check him out, because he was one of the best he was one of the best wrestlers out there. He gave it 110% every time he got in the ring, and you can really see that with this set, and you can really learn all about him with the first disc, and then see all the great matches on discs 2 and 3. So if you don't have this disc, highest recommendations is to go out and grab it and make it a part of your collection. And if you don't know who Bret Hart is and you're kind of not sure, I would definitely say give it a shot. Give it a shot and see if you like him, because I think if you're a fan of real good wrestling, I think you'll really enjoy Bret Hart. That's it for this one, folks. Bret Hart DVD, all wrapped up. If you haven't seen any of my other DVD reviews and you want to check them out, just go up to my profile and you can go ahead and see all those. Subscribe, leave comments, guys. Any comments you guys can think of, I want to hear them, good or bad. And subscribe to my channel and check out my videos and my blog, which you can check out right over there in the little info box on YouTube. It's in there, the URL. Go check that out. I write some extensive video, DVD wrestling show reviews over there, and you can check those out at my live journal. Thanks again for watching, guys.